Hello YouTube viewers, before I start this video I want to give thanks to everybody who's been watching my videos. I started like a week and a half ago and so far I've been doing very good. You guys have been giving me amazing feedback and are subscribing, which is awesome because it tells me that you guys really enjoy my content that I put on YouTube. Okay, so now let's continue with my top 10 important key principles to becoming a better player at Call of Duty. Also keep in mind, tomorrow I'll be uploading another funny montage video because you guys really enjoy them. Okay, so let's begin. At number 10, we have the use of the radar. This is important because not only can you see where the enemies are at when one of your teammates has a UAV or an orbital VSAT, but you can also see where your teammates are at in the map. So let's say all of your teammates are on one side of the map, then there's a high possibility that the enemies will spawn opposite to where your teammates are at, and you can head over there and get those first kills. Principle number 9, do not rely too much on your equipment, because if you do, it will cost you your life when playing Call of Duty. There's a lot of thinking people out there in Call of Duty just like me, and will find ways to easily avoid you and your equipment and catch you by surprise and eliminate you. Well, so what I'm trying to get at is you have to be aware at your max, even if you have equipment laying down in doorways, because we'll always find a way on how to kill you if you're not paying attention. Principle number 8, follow your teammates and communicate with them so you can outbeat the enemy and dominate them. Do not play a team-based game like the free-for-all match. If you want to play a free-for-all, well, click on free-for-all. Do not go in the team-based game and play like free-for-all because it's not how you're supposed to play it. This game has teammates because they are meant to help you. If you play in a group with a bunch of friends, that will increase and maximize your chances of winning the game. Principle number 7, know your spawn very well. The last thing you want to do is be trapped by a mob of enemies all around you and no teammates close to you to help you, because you are guaranteed a death. Each game you play, pay attention to where the enemies spawn so you can either avoid them or pursue with caution to improve your survival skills. Believe me, this is very important if you want to get those high kill streaks. Principle number 6, camping versus playing tactical. Camping will not make you a better player. Let me repeat that. Camping will not make you a better player, but instead you're just another random noob in the lobby. However, if you play tactical, it is the best thing that you could do, because playing tactical means you're moving around and stopping a little bit to think about what will be your next move, and that'll help you pick off enemies 100% better, basically. So you're taking all of your knowledge and putting it into play. You'll be respected more if you play tactical than if you're camping. Principle number 5, understand what game mode you're good at and what you should be working on to improve your Call of Duty rank and play style. So let's say you're really good at capturing flags and domination, but you suck at defending. Well, that's perfectly fine. Just help your team by capturing those flags, because that's the best thing that you could do. So let's say you're the opposite. You're good at defending flags, but you suck at capping. Well, help your team by defending those flags from the enemy and do not let the enemy take it. This one-way deal does not really work in Kill Confirm, because in Kill Confirm you actually do have to pick up the tags when you actually kill the enemy, because that's the only way you can win. But every single other game mode you could either play defensively or offensively, and that's the only way that your team will succeed. Principle number 4, choose the right gun type when playing in maps. By gun type I mean either sniper rifles, SMGs, light machine guns, or whatever you want. This is quite obvious, you know, if there's a long range map, then you're going to use sniper rifles and assault rifles. If it's a close combat map, then you're going to use shotguns, pistols, SMGs, you know, with the shorter range. But you won't believe how many people I see use the wrong gun type and they do really poorly at the end. So just to be aware, I'm going to say it one more time, you guys have to make sure that you're choosing the appropriate gun type when playing in maps. Principle number 3, choosing the correct gun attachments. Some attachments are worthless to some weapons. Believe me, there are certain attachments on some weapons that do not even add any positive attribute to your guns, or even make them better. I usually use a suppressor because that's the way I could surprise my enemies and they have no clue where the bullets are flying in from. You should only have a max of 2 attachments. Do not have more than 2 attachments, because that's a waste of a point that you could be using for something more important than an extra attachment that you do not need on your gun. Principle number 2 states choosing the correct spacing of score streaks. Listen to what I said, the correct spacing. I did not say choose the right score streaks, because everybody has different opinions on their score streaks. You might like something, but other people would not like. That's why I said the correct spacing, because by spacing I mean you want your score streaks to be right next to each other. That way if you get one, boom, 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 you get all of them. Personally, I use the Warhog, Lone Star, and Beetle. So once I get the Warhog, I'm guaranteed to get the Lone Star and the Beetle. But let's say you don't. But let's say that you never knew about this spacing rule. So let's say that you have a UAB, Stealth Chopper, and a Storm. You're never gonna get those because they're too far apart. So you want them right next to each other. So boom, 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 you got all of them, and then you can redo the process and keep getting kill streaks. For principle 1, it is composed of 2 tips. The first tip is that you have to choose the correct sensitivity when playing Call of Duty. If your sensitivity is too high, then you'll be aiming all over the place and you'll have no clue where the enemy is at. If your sensitivity is too slow, the enemy will be doing jogs around you and exercise around you, basically. I know, it's pretty funny. So you have to make sure that your sensitivity is high enough that you could take aim, and high enough that you could turn around and rapidly and kill anybody who's shooting behind you. The next most important thing, in my opinion, is the most important one out there, is choosing the correct combination of perks. If you choose that correct combination of perks, you'll be dominating anybody in front of you, anybody behind you. Then you'll be whooping ass. You'll be just like me, getting high score streaks every single game, getting 3 Beetles a game. You'll be dominating. So basically, what I'm trying to get at, you have to have at least more than 3 perks. Believe me, if you have 3 perks, that's too little. You have to have at least 4 or 5. They'll greatly improve your game style and your gameplay, and you'll be on the top of the leaderboards. Also, I'm gonna tell you guys my class setup so you guys can visualize it and understand what I use. Okay, so here's my class. This is the baby. This is a class that I dominate every single person out there, every single team out there. This is a beast right here. So basically, I use a submachine gun, the PDW-57. I use this camo because I really enjoy it more than gold or diamond, basically. My attachments are suppressor and extended clip because I could just rain bullets down on my enemies, and they have no clue where they are coming from. I use perk 1 greed and perk 2 greed. My perks are Ghost, Hardline, Cold-Blooded, Toughness, and I sometimes switch between fast hands depending if I have equipment being used. I also use Engineer to prevent any of those claymores, like I said earlier. Keep in mind that I don't use any secondaries. I use those points from the secondary for my perks. That way, the more perks the better, like I said. And this class is the class that I usually go ham on anybody. This class is the best. So I really hope you guys have a chance to try out that class setup. If it works, it works. Keep in mind, this class setup will not work for everybody because every single person is different from one another. You guys could alternate and choose like whatever you guys want. But this is what I feel most comfortable with. If you guys found this video useful in any way and anyhow, if you guys really enjoyed all of these tips, if you guys use them, please leave in the comment section below that you guys at least use them, or or have a chance to keep in mind what's happening with these tips. Okay, so like I said, comment in the section below if they did help, and I'll see you guys in the next video. That should be a funny video, hopefully tomorrow. So I'll see you guys there. So remember to subscribe, comment, like, and this was Jidao X Divinity. Peace out.